Welcome, podcast listeners. It is episode number 416 of the Fred Talk podcast. You are here with your host, Mr. BudgetPedalChap. That is me. You are joined this week by adjacent to Mr. Matt Wine. Say hi, Matt.
Hi, Matt.
Hey, I forgot how to words. I think the problem is I'm very tired.
What do you mean you're very tired? You're in the middle of 7 months off.
Yeah, I mean, yes, a sabbatical. Yeah, the problem is sleeping schedules when you don't have the rigors of a working life. Sleep schedules are just.
Do you not have all the influences on when you get up and go to bed though?
Yeah, I have a tiny little influence. He's about 10-year old.
Yeah.
And he's...
so surely that gives you some form of routine.
It does, unfortunately. The other end of the routine doesn't.
Ah, right, okay. You're just looking for that thing that motivates you to go to bed.
Yeah. So, Mr. Budget Pedal Chap is doing stupid sleeping patterns, which makes him tired.
Yeah, I've been there before.
Yeah. I also I've been enjoying a midday nap recently, which is like a chef's kiss. But because we're doing some decorating, I weren't doing it. No, I weren't doing it. Well, so the point at which I would have had a nap today was editing some videos because I've kind of been falling behind on that. So yeah, time got away from me today. I didn't get me nap and I'm now grouchy, essentially.
So what you're saying is you're now a toddler again?
Yeah.
You refused to go to bed, you still got woken up at the normal time, and you didn't get your nap, and now you're grumpy.
Yeah, essentially. Oh dear. And what a wonderful place to mention our sponsor. It is affordable.co.uk. Affordable brings you pedals from Demon Effects, JS Effects, Muskie, Joyo 4D, K-Line, Nox Moval, Chord, Vave, AM Effects, and Affordable Effects, which, just FYI, nudge, something else is coming out from Affordable Effects.
I've definitely seen a photo of it.
Yeah. I mean, it's got a vibe, isn't it? Like the big number 800 and then the British flag behind it.
Yeah.
I think we can.
I wonder what it might be.
Yeah.
I'm getting clean fender vibes from it.
I mean, I can tell you won't be getting any clean fender vibes from it. I mean, it's born out of the influences of Mr. Affordable. He's a massive fan of Slash, and Slash, of course, is a massive fan of roaring Marshall tones. So he was like, yeah, of course I'm going to make one of them. Right, cool.
Yeah.
So that'll be coming out soon. Of course, they are a UK company with their stock all ready to ship in fantastic recyclable packaging. You should check them out at affordable.co.uk. Yeah. Right. I think we're gonna get some clap back on this shit news this week. There's reason for that as well. People absolutely love this band. They idolise kind of this era of music and this tone. There's a certain subset of guitarists who this is their niche. And I'm not saying I don't give a shit, but I kind of am. Now it's so let's talk about it, and we'll kind of talk the reasons why it has fallen into shit news this week. The PV Decade amp is being reissued. So the PV Decade is, of course, the 8-inch speaker, little 10-watt solid state practice amp from kind of the 80s, I think, maybe 90s.
Yeah.
And like any 8-inch speaker, 10-watt solid state practice amp, it's got a sound. It's not a particularly pleasant sound, but it's got a sound. However, in the early 2000s, Josh Homme of Queens of the Stone Age really latched onto it and used it predominantly for that Queens of the Stone Age album, the songs for the dead.
Songs for the Deaf is the album. A Song for the Dead is one of the songs on the album, I think.
I knew that.
I didn't realise this was that. I thought it was the album. Was there an album before that? Am I getting mixed up? Maybe I'm going crazy. I don't know.
Yeah. So yeah, it's basically that. This article says of the legendary vintage decade practice amp. Like no one would give two shits about this. It wouldn't be like none of those words would be used, legendary or vintage. They would say the old pile of shit practice amp, the PV decade. But because it featured on like it's not just that album, but it's like it is basically Josh Homme's sound. Like he's used it with Eagles Death Metal, he's used it with Queens of the Stone Age. But like it encapsulates that kind of farty, broken, like not really working that well guitar tone. And like it works in a very, very specific context. Like certain situations, certain contexts, it just cuts through and kind of sounds okay. But we're discounting the fact that this like shitty 8-inch speaker was mic'd up through like studio, like big expensive studio microphones and studio compressors and EQs and all of this kind of like tone sweetening stuff. So I think people are going to buy these thinking, yeah, this is that Queens of the Stone Age sound that I want. And it's going to be a 10 watt, 8-inch speaker, solid state practice amp from the 80s. And they're going to go, well, shit. Because, yeah. So, if we put it into context, a load of us, so many of us who started playing guitar in kind of the late 90s, early 2000s will have had those like Squire starter packs with the Fender Frontman 10. Or the 10R if you are a particularly fancy bastard. I was one of those BT dubs. Like the spring reverb was brilliant, and like it went when you kicked it, which I found hilarious. But essentially, 10 watt or 15 watt, I think they came in. Shitty little practice amp. Now imagine if Fender released one of those in like 10, 20 years time, and they were trying to sell that for 400 quid. Like, your opinions on that would be, get T-fuck.
Yeah, I mean, I was lucky enough. I didn't have to start with a Fender Frontman because I got an Ibanez starter kit. So mine was an Ibanez branded Chinese shitbox amp with an 8-inch speaker. Yeah. And let me tell you, it sounded like all of these amps do, which is fart in a box.
Yeah.
It's what they are. They're farts in a box.
Yeah.
And I'm sure if you spend £1,000 on microphones and desks, you can make it sound great, but nobody doing that.
Yeah. You, like with this amplifier, you don't get a studio engineer working with you and micing you up at every given opportunity. You just get the shitty 8-inch speaker practice amp.
Yeah, but you get loads of extra controls. There's like phase inverters and like an XLR out and some other things that are so pixelated I can't read them. There's like 9 or 10 fucking things on the back of this amp as well that weren't there on the original, so it's not actually based on the original fucking Bandit or whatever. No, sorry, Decade.
Yeah.
Like this is just a cash in on something that he said in an interview.
Yeah, I mean, look, it has got his name on it, so it is the Decade 2. So, look, it is the revision of this.
Cool, but
I know what you mean. I know what you mean. Like all of these fancy little like phase inversion and like transformer balanced output and TS unbalanced out and ground lift and all of this. Like and
a fucking effects loop. Why does an 8-inch speaker, fucking 10-watt practice amp need a fucking effects loop? They didn't have them.
So that you can completely bypass the Decade amp. Going to something better.
What? Just use the speaker. Oh, wonderful! That's just what you want to hear.
Well, you go directly out of the send and never come back to the return. That's the perfect way to use a PV Decade. I'm really sorry, but it's gonna be shit, and it's gonna be shit.
It's gonna be shit, and we haven't even talked about the extra ridiculousness that, don't worry, because if this isn't going to be loud enough for you, you can get your extension cab for it.
Yeah, I've seen the extension cab, like you were mentioning it earlier. It's a bit like the dinner tray trolleys, isn't it?
It comes with its own Zimmer frame.
Yeah, essentially it's like a Zimmer frame, and it allows you to tilt the cab towards the back of your ankles.
Yeah. But don't worry, because if you want to stand the amp on top of it without the and still have the cab tilted, you can do, because the frame holds the amp, and then you can spin the cab.
Yeah,
so that you can point the speaker at the amp.
yeah. You essentially, yes, you can.
Is this so you can put it on its back and like lie your £1,000 microphone directly on the amp cloth?
I'm hoping it spins all the way around so it points away from the audience.
Oh, dear.
Like it just gets rid of all of the sound.
Is that why it's got the phase inverter? So you can turn it backwards and then you can flip the phase inverter so that it's still...
Yeah. So at least
it's not cancelling the sound.
Yeah, because woe betide you get phase cancellation on this tone monster. Fuck's sake.
Oh man, it's just no. Like there's people buying, like, since he said this in an interview like 5 years ago, the price of these like the original PV Decades is ridiculous now. They go for like $400 on Reverb in America. Like, I don't get it. Like, just use your ears. Sounds shit.
Yeah. I mean, I suppose that's the saving grace of this thing. Then you can save money by buying one of these rather than a used one.
It still costs more than the original fucking guitar and amp pack cost. Why?
Oh, absolutely. Yeah, I mean, as you can tell, we're not sold on the hype of the Queens of the Stone Age. What I would say, if you are wanting the Queens of the Stone Age sound, but you're not wanting to buy a shitty little like practice amp, funny little boxes do the skeleton key, and that is a distortion pedal that you plug into the front end of an amp. You can stand on that, and it will make you sound like the produced guitar tone. And then when you're done with that, you can switch the off button, and then you playing your guitar through a nice sounding amplifier still, rather than being tethered to an 8-inch speaker, 10-watt solid state practice amp, essentially.
Yeah, I don't know what I would do. Like, if I assume in either my mum's or dad's, my original Ibanez practice amp still exists, because they're both hoarders, which means they will have moved it from property to property. And even if I found it, I don't think I'd plug it in.
Yeah, keep that in the past.
Like, what's it? So the controls on this are what? Volume, mid, treb, gain, and volume, I assume?
Let's see if I can find it, because there was a shot at the front. Yeah, so gain, pre and post. And then there's a saturation click switch here. Low, mid, and high, top. And then that is very blurry. It looks maybe bass or blurs.
I'm going to guess it's bass rather than blurs.
Blurs.
Blurs. It was the best of times. It was the blurst of times.
Indeed. You get the best of tone and the blurst of tone. Shit. Yeah, so
throw it in the bin.
Yeah, we're not kind of blinded by the nostalgia of this one. So I think 300 quid for a 10 watt solid state amp is it's not on these days. It's not on. However, there was a bit of news that kind of narrowly missed out on this, because I saw Epiphone had released something, and I was like, yeah, like a grand plus. Abso-fucking-lutely, get on the shit news. But then I actually started reading the article for it, and I had to concede that the shitty amp was better. Better at being shit. So, Epiphone inspired by series continues with acoustics. Yay! So they've put the Gibson headstock on, and they're charging $1,000. However, there's a bit more to it than that, which is why it didn't win the shit news this week. It's just regular news. So they're doing the thermally aged thing. Thermally aged.
Okay. Yeah.
So the reason why this kind of tweaked my interest is because, like we were talking about last week, we were being quite flippant about it. I know I was. But like acoustics, the whole thing, the whole sound of the acoustic is the kind of the wood aged process, isn't it? It's like guitars become like the guitars mature as they kind of age.
Yeah. They change tone. Like, it's a place where the wood actually matters. Like, because, like you say, over time as well, it will get played and get played in, and change the tonal features because it's used to being wibbled around by sound.
Yeah. And just the pure fact that like the wood will be drying out over time as well. Yeah. So there'll be kind of less moisture or kind of different moisture, because I assume like the moisture in the atmosphere will kind of be like seeped into the untreated bits of wood, because like the internals of the acoustic are untreated, aren't they?
Absolutely.
So
and
like,
the bits where you've like dropped an iron on it.
Yeah, I mean the thermal aging, playing it like strumming the strings with heated up by.
My only acoustic is a Yamaha something, and when I first moved out, the very first time I'd have been 20, and I remember like doing some ironing, and the guitar was, I don't know, maybe 3 foot away, and obviously I knocked the iron onto the guitar and chipped away a load of the finish off the back of it.
Well, that's thermally aged, that isn't it, Matt?
It is, so I reckon I can charge $1,000 for it. And if I can get somebody at Gibson to say that they encouraged me to do it, maybe I can get $2,000 for it.
I mean, you could even, like, because this is talking some years back now. You could say that you inspired the thermal aging process.
Yes,
here.
I did. There we go. Yeah, Epiphone, I want a cut.
Indeed. I mean, they'll send someone to give you a cut.
Would be a member of the Yakuza.
Yeah, like possibly. So they're doing a few models. They're doing the old the Dove, the SJ200, the J45, the Hummingbird. Like I say, they're thermally aged. They've got spruce. Oh no, sorry, it's Sitka spruce top on the on all of them apparently. Oh, it's only the top that's been aged. It says.
Well, I mean, the rest of it's usually laminate anyway, so
yeah. So you got the 63 Dove, the 60 Hummingbird, the 57 SJ200, the 42 J45. They all come with rosewood bridges and rosewood fingerboards. Which, yeah, I suppose, like, if you add in rosewood as well, like real rosewood, like, you can justify some of this price, can't you?
I mean, definitely way more than, say, some of the other Epiphone products that are, like, Chinese made and they've got that fucking composite fretboard, whatever they used to call that. I forget what it was called now. You remember the one where it's just like wood chip glued into the hole where a fretboard should go?
Yes. Oh, what is it called? I've got one of those. Masonite's the
It's definitely not Masonite.
Yeah, that's the Dan Electro one, isn't it?
Yeah. What do they call it? That's going to annoy me.
There's another one that like Ebonol, though, isn't there? Like, there's another one.
Yeah, that isn't Ebonol a different wood though that they've dyed.
I can't remember.
I can't remember, but yeah, there was.
Yeah. It doesn't matter.
Yeah, I just remember Gibson were putting that on their like fucking custom shops at one point.
Yeah. Look, but like mine, the one that the guitar of mine that it's on is a Midtown custom. So it's not a custom shop, but it is.
But it's
higher tier.
Yeah, it's not a 300 quid Epiphone. It's a
Look,
Gibson that goes for 1,500 quid.
I mean, I think it would have been at the time. I ended up getting it at the end of the line, so I got it cheaper. I got it about 200 quid more than the Midtown Standard. And the Midtown Standard would have come with a rosewood board. so damn it. But yeah, so the SJ SJ200 comes with a maple neck, and all the other ones come with thermally treated mahogany necks. So, tis what it is. They've come with undersaddle pickup system as well, volume and tone mounted into the sound hole. LR bags. I've heard of that. I've heard of LR bags.
Yeah.
So, yay, I guess. Like, I had someone post on one of my videos on not Facebook, on YouTube this week about a trick to do with like undersaddle pickups, which because the undersaddle pickups usually sound
bright and thin.
Yeah, nothing like an acoustic. Yeah, it sounds like you're miking the string directly rather than getting any of the body of the...
You've mounted the string to the microphone itself.
yeah, absolutely. And it's something that I've heard before, but like someone reiterated it this week, and it's running the signal from that into an acoustic sim pedal.
Yeah.
And you end up getting like the bigness. Like it embiggens the sound.
Yeah, so do you remember the Boss acoustic simulators?
I do, yeah.
So the AC2 just was an acoustic simulator. By the time it was the AC3, it was the acoustic simulator and preamp. And it had a setting specifically designed for plugging an acoustic guitar in so that you could make your piezo acoustics sound actually like an acoustic guitar and not like some strings mounted to a microphone.
Like, who would have thought that you would have wanted to change that perfect tone?
Yeah, you hear it on so many records.
I mean, you hear it on many, many live records, is what you hear it on.
Oh, dear. Yeah.
But yeah. So there's that's a way around that. But I mean, there are the pedals that do it these days on a lot of the TC body res, which is designed to basically exactly recreate that. And the like a lot of IR pedals, you can load in acoustic IRs, which give the timbre of an acoustic rather than the shrillness of piezo.
Yeah, the odd time I now plug my acoustic in, I've got a Martin preamp that I plug my acoustic into before it then goes to the desk because, otherwise it just sounds a bit shit.
Yeah. I mean, I've got the Variax for that, and like the Variax models sound phenomenal.
They do.
I mean, like you've had the Variax. I think you got rid of it yours.
Yeah, I sold it not last year, the year before, because I just wasn't getting around to using it.
Yeah. I mean, there was a post on again YouTube, like Steve Cassidy's live stream. And his thing this week was like, what style of guitar do you feel most comfortable with? So I put a comment on, and I kind of just talked through my thought process. I was like, I use the Variax. Like the Variax is my go-to guitar, and I use it for all demos pretty much. And I'm sure the thought process was initially that this guitar does all guitars, so. Like I can do a humbucker, I can do a telly, I can do a Strat, I can do a P90. You've got the breadth of tones of everything, and then I use it for
Strat tones.
Yeah. I basically
through only the magnetic pickups.
Yeah. So essentially, it's just like it's Yamaha Pacifica, isn't it?
Yeah, it's a Yamaha Pacifica, but without the humbucker in the bridge.
Yeah. And then, like, he did reply and says, but it sounds like a really versatile gigging tool, and you could get everything out of it. It's like, yeah, I did use it for gigging. And like 90% of the time, I was on the neck pickup of the Strat on the Mac pickups. And occasionally, like very, very occasionally,
I'd turn it on.
Yeah, switch on the bridge humbucker. Which made me realise something. Like... There's a much simpler solution to this than running, like having to charge my guitar for the night before every gig, so that for 2 songs I can run a humbucker.
Just take a second guitar.
Yeah, or HSS Strat.
Yeah.
It made me realise how silly I was. But I still use the Variax because it feels like home. It is the guitar that I've used so much that it just feels normal to me. Back onto these these acoustics. They've got bone saddles, mother of pearl inlays, 24 3/4 scale length, which is kind of Gibson thing, isn't it? Like they come in wood colour. And then
one of them's sunburst.
Yeah, the Hummingbird has got autumn burst. There you go.
Okay, sorry. I didn't mean to call it sunburst.
I mean, one
sorry,
of them
Fender.
is like cherry sunburst. It's not the Hummingbird. What is that? HTC?
Why HTS IBC?
Yeah, that's
What the
reissue.
fuck does that... What's HTS IBC? Irritable bowel condition.
Yeah, let's click on that one.
Huge titties.
Yeah. Yeah. An Epiphone with huge titties. Nice. So style dreadnought. Come on, what's the colour? Give me the colour. Heritage cherry sunburst.
Yeah.
Heritage cherry sunburst. Yeah, that's all that. Yeah. Very delicious.
Do you think they've got a typo in that? Because you're right, HTS doesn't make sense for Heritage Cherry
Yeah. Maybe it's just heritage. No, yeah, heritage.
Sunburst.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But there you go. So they are acoustics. We don't give two shits about acoustics, unfortunately.
Yeah, I'm sure they sound nice and still buy a Taylor.
Yeah, absolutely. Look, as much as these are a viable option, I mean, the SJ200 is the one that I'd go for. It just, like, it's how you draw an acoustic, isn't it? Like, really big and bulbous.
Yeah.
I mean, it, like the actual traditional looking one is is probably the Hummingbird, isn't it? That looks like an acoustic, whereas the SJ200 is the one that I'd go for. I think that's the model that I go for on the Variax as well, like the one that I kind of gravitate towards. Like it's like wider bodied, so it kind of gives a kind of fuller response.
Yeah.
But again, yeah, if I had the grand and a bit to go for one of these, I'd buy an electric.
Of course you would, because then you'll actually use it.
Well, that's it, isn't it? I mean, I'm saying that. I'm now looking to the left of me with a rack full of, let's count them, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17 guitars that I can see in front of me. I'm not even looking at the 3 that are on the left here and the ones that are in the cases. Out of all of those, over the past 3 months, I've probably played 3 of them. So,
yeah. I mean, we don't talk about the fact that there are 4 guitars behind me at the moment, and I think one of them has been plugged in since we moved into this house.
Oh, look, if we're talking about which ones have been plugged in, one has been plugged in.
And there are, no, to be fair, there are 4 guitars downstairs that are in constant rotation for gigs. I've got 2 of them are humbuckers, 2 of them are single coils, and as I snap a string, I just take the other one, and then when I snap another string, then I change the strings on both of them, take the first one, then I'll snap a string on it, then I can take the second one.
It's an airtight system, that is. Solid. Whereas I would take the Variax. I'd take the Variax for every gig. I'd take a backup, but I'd never get that backup out. Even when I had that gig where like the B string felt like it was unwinding.
Yeah.
I was still stuck with the Variax.
You then went to another 4 gigs with that unwinding string and were like, yeah, it'd be fine.
Yeah, look, it stopped. Like the problem stopped. So I was like, cool. I don't know what kind of seesaw of tension had kept the string from like unwinding, but it stopped breaking, so I was cool. And they probably lasted me another like 4 months, those strings did, and I had to take them off. It weren't a case of like the strings broke. I had to take them off. I was the responsible adult in this situation.
Yeah.
I've done a rotation of my strings, actually. There's...
What, you've like taken them off one guitar and put them on another?
Yeah, that would be fun. That very me as well.
To be fair, you'd have to go from a Fender to a Gibson, wouldn't you?
You would, yeah. Oh, but then like the D and the G string are like the furthest away, aren't they? So you'd be fucked either way, wouldn't you?
Yeah. I don't know what the solution to that is. I suppose the solution is put new strings on, you cheap bastard.
Yeah. But I've kind of done the rotation. I've done probably about 5 or 6 guitar restringings in the past 2 months.
I haven't restrung a guitar this year, I don't think. And I really need to.
Good man.
I really need to. In fact, I really ought to before my next gig, because I now don't have a single coil guitar with 6 strings on it at the moment.
Shit.
Oh, that's no lie. I could take the HSS Strat from behind me.
Now you've mentioned that, you're like, that's viable.
It is, but it is a vintage that I have very poorly set up myself after buying it, and somebody else had not treated it very well. It is fine for learning songs on. It's not the most playable guitar in the world. It's how I describe it, because I have set it up. So the neck is, I think, roughly got the right amount of relief in it, maybe.
It's one of those.
Did it without tools. You know the whole thing where you hold down the 1st fret and the 12th fret and then make sure there's a little bit of relief.
Yeah, a tiny little gap underneath.
Yeah, that's what I went for. And I checked a whole one string and went, that'll be good enough.
You didn't check the other side to make sure that the neck weren't warping.
Well, that's not my problem, is it?
Yeah. Like, there's nothing you can do at that point, is there really?
No, and it's a vintage guitar that somebody has scratched the vintage logo off because they want to make it like a Fender, I assume. It had been poorly treated. It had one string on it when I bought it for 90 quid. And I've turned it into a playing instrument that all of the pots work on. So,
I mean, that's a success story right there, that, isn't it?
Yeah, and it's now become my home practice / learning songs guitar, to the point where, like, other guitars that need work doing live on my guitar rack because I have a working guitar in my bedroom, and therefore why would I possibly touch the broken ones to fix them?
Yeah, like I understand that thought process. There were so many little projects sitting over there in the cupboard of just, you need to take this guitar apart and do this thing to it.
Yep.
Do I, bollocks? You watch.
I'm sure I do. I'm sure I do.
Yeah. Like for me, it's the jack on the Harley Benton Fusion 3. The one that's just, because I forget about it. Like 6 months down the line, I'll forget that is the case, and I'll come to play it again. I'll be like, oh shit, that's why. And because I've got it in my head that I want to play that guitar, I will record the track that I'm thinking with that guitar.
Yeah,
I'll just like wiggle the jack input until it fixes itself.
And then wedge it in behind the strap and make sure the jack lead can't move.
Yeah.
That's my technique, but I do that live.
Fucking hell. I've got I bought the full contact jack inputs with like 4 points of contact. I've got like 4 of them. I can replace it. It's 2 wires. It really shouldn't. I shouldn't be wasting my time. But
there's a barrier to entry, though, isn't there? That you've got to turn your soldering iron on and find some solder and take all the screws out and take the bolts off, and it's just.
I mean, that description was already enough to convince me. No.
There's like 12 things to do there. That's going to take a week.
Yeah. I'll do a screw a day, and then I'll heat the iron up. But then I'll come back tomorrow when the iron's hot.
And this room is on fire.
Then it's no longer a problem. Like, we're all good.
Then I'll claim it on the insurance.
Yeah,
and I'll get a new one.
Plan.
Yeah.
Right, I'm gonna talk about what I did this week, because I feel like I got like a little burst of motivation where, like, I was putting this off for a while. I knew I had to do it because I'd mentioned it publicly that I was going to do the big vibe shootout, like the Infinity Vibe Saga. And
where did the rabbit come?
I mean, it's not the rabbit that comes in it. But yeah, it's so it was like the five budget, and like with a little asterisk because the plethora is not really budget, but it like if you do it cost per effect, it comes budget, doesn't it?
Oh yeah, absolutely. But at that point, so is a Helix.
Yeah, probably. Yeah. So I included that because you can buy the viscous vibe for less, and like the majority of the the sound is the same. So we did a 5-way shootout with vibes, but I did it in a way where it was done the right way, essentially. So I recorded 4 tracks, I think it was, for this. It was either 3 or 4. Are like different tracks for the Univibe. So I did, the first track was all of the settings straight up. So basically like your default setting for every vibe pedal. And the first thing that like really stood out to me is like so many years people have been telling me the Moen Shaky Jimmy is exactly the same as the Jimmy Nova. It's just in a smaller enclosure. The fuck it is. Like they are, out of the vibe pedals, they're probably 2 of the most different sounding. Like they're that different in terms of their tonality. There wasn't a bad one in there. Like there was, they all did a thing. There was some that had more of that kind of lopsided warble rather than a straight sine wave, which is more indicative of like the lamp and photocell rather than the LED one, which is more uniform. There were some that had that kind of overtone shimmer going on, and that was a bit more prevalent than in others. So like there was different features of these different 5 different pedals that you go, actually that is the thing that really sparks my interest about vibe pedals, and you go, that is the one for me. I've not done the poll on it yet, because I'm gonna give it a little while because it took so fucking long for me to do it more than anything. But there's quite a mixed bag. There's not like an overwhelming winner that I can notice just yet. But I will say I put some very clear instructions about how to vote on this one, because usually I'd do it on a YouTube poll where you just got like your options and you pick it and voila. Problem is
4 options on a YouTube poll, can't you?
It only gives you 4 options. So I said to like circumvent that, we'll do it like put whatever comments you want in the thing, like discussing your thoughts on the whole process. If you want to vote, just put one of these 5 words in a single comment. So like Nux, Shaky, TC, a lot, and all this. There were so many people who put like stuff like, I really like the TC, but I'm gonna vote for the Nux. I'm like, it's gonna make it very difficult for me to tot up the scores here. But I will do it, and then I've learnt my lesson.
Just I don't know. Give them their wrong vote. Teach them a lesson.
Yeah, vote for the complete opposite. I've got to then do like an opposites table, haven't I? Like, what's the opposite of a TC? Is that the Behringer? I don't know. No, they're the same team, aren't they? So in fact, actually, thinking about it, TC and Behringer are the same company. Moen and Moen are the same company. The only one that's different is the Nux.
Nux. Yeah.
Oh, wow. So, like, the Nux are really up against it on this one. But I think they...
Maybe anybody who mentions more than one company automatically votes for Nux then.
Go Nux. Yeah, default to Nux. No, I'll tot up the scores eventually. But like I say, I'll give it more than just 1 week, which I usually do for these No Talk Auto verses.
Yeah.
But yeah, it was a really good fun one. I don't think it's something that I'll be doing on the regs.
You're not fancy like doing all of the delay pedals that you've done so far, or all of the reverb pedals, or all of the drive. No, go on, all of the drive pedals. No, don't like narrow it down to like Tube Screamer-esque. Just every single drive pedal that you've got, and do it the same way. Set everything to 12 o'clock, then everything to 3 o'clock, and everything to 9 o'clock. Because as we know, that's how you set drive pedals. All of the controls should point the same direction.
Yeah, for uniformity. Oh, that would take me probably. I think it would probably take me a full day to do like a single track with all of the drive pedals.
Well, no, you record the track, like, and then reamp it through the pedals, right? Like you record it clean and then.
Nope.
But you can do.
I mean,
you could do.
You can do. Like even that, like the logistics of like plugging in another pedal and then recording it reamped. Yeah, it'd be too much. But yeah, I think five-way shootouts. I think 4 is probably going to be.
Go down to a 4-way shootout and then
I can have a poll and I won't have to. I won't have to logistically.
There's no manual like pulling it all out, putting it into a spreadsheet, getting a graph.
Yeah, I think like the issue as well was having to record 3 different tracks. I spent an entire evening just like recording tracks for that, and then like the next day because I had a bit of spare time, I could then edit it. But it was like having to come up with 4 different tracks is like it's that kind of that age-old adage of like, go be creative now, be creative. You've got time to be creative, do it now.
But even if you don't need to be creative, like I can't think of 4 bands that use unibody pedals. Like Hendrix used one, Prince used one.
Yeah, Robin Trower. You've got
I don't know who that
Chris
is.
Cornell's.
Chris Cornell, I know. Yeah, Soundgarden. Is that's a Black Hole Sun? Is it? Yeah.
Yeah, that was a Rotary, I think. But the band that it was in before that, I think they were called Hair of the Dog.
Okay.
They used that. It was Cantrell, wasn't it? It was Cantrell, Cornell, someone else. Someone else, L. I don't know. But yeah, they used one. And I took inspiration from those kind of riffs for the final one where I was using like fuzz with it. But yeah, so check it out. Do put your guesses. Yeah, no, it's not a guess. Your thoughts and opinions in for which one you think is the best sounding one. It will be different for different people, but like I say, I don't think there's a bad one. So, like, whatever you choose, go you. I also did. I did a video today. I've shot a video on the Sonic Cake Phasey sandwich, which
what?
Yep. I mean, I think it's like an updated version, or maybe like a new take on their old pedal, which was called the Phasey Cream, which didn't make sense again.
So when you update cream, it turns into a sandwich.
Yeah,
that doesn't sound right to me. If your cream is now a sandwich, you've done something wrong. They
followed Eric Clapton's band trajectory there, haven't they? He went from cream, obviously, to sandwich, the band sandwich.
Yeah, we all remember the sandwich era.
Yeah, like just it's one better than cream, the cream era Clapton, isn't it? Oh dear, no. Yeah, so Phasey Cream is now the Phasey sandwich. Oh, I don't understand how they get to these names. But
again, Cream were well known for their phase tones, weren't they?
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, it was definitely top 10 of their most used effects. Maybe not. Yeah, so like if you ignore the name, because the name is just fucking batshit mental. It's a three-way Big Muff clone, basically. And usually cheaper Big Muffs tend to have one setting that sounds good. You have to whack all the gain up, which that's standard anyway. But then the tone control on it, there's a very narrow band of good sounding, and then there's woolly nonsense
and shrill nonsense.
Yeah, fizzy, horrible nonsense, and that's what gave me a lot of flack for the Rowan Violet Fuzz, Violet Big Muff clone. People saying, "Oh no, it sounds brilliant." I don't know what you're talking about. No, it doesn't. It's it sounds okay on that one setting, but then you you deviate any way on the tone, and it sounds like tracing paper. Do you know where you put tracing paper on top of a comb?
Yeah,
and you like a homemade kazoo,
like crosstown traffic.
Yeah, yeah.
I'm pretty sure that's how that was recorded.
Yeah, almost through one of those Rowan pedals.
He had one of you remember the little Toman packs where they had the microphone that goes into the top of the kazoo, and they plug that into one of those pedals.
I've still got that pedal kicking around somewhere. I keep it around just to remind me, this is what bad tone sounds like. The Sonic 8 one, it doesn't do that. You turn the tone fully down, and it doesn't get woolly. It gets a bit bassier, but it doesn't get woolly. And then you turn it all the way up, and it gets a bit bitey, but it doesn't get fizzy or shrill. It's cool. I'm not the biggest Big Muff fan. It's not my favourite fuzz tone. But I enjoyed having a bit of a play about with that. And it's got a mottled finish on it as well. And I love a mottled finish pedal. That will be out 3 days ago. So yeah, that's what I've done this week. We are just coming up to time, aren't we? Let's talk about. let's do news number 2 because it's actual news. Earthquaker Devices have released a pedal this week. To say they've released a pedal, they've re-released a pedal, because this is a pedal that they had released and then discontinued and now have released again. It's called the Fuzz Master General. I like the art on the enclosure. They're like two knights kind of facing off against each other. I like that. You've got level, fuzz, and tone, and then you've got a voice selector in the middle. It's free selections for your fuzz type here. That's really similar to something. It's really similar to a certain orange plastic fuzz pedal that's got, it's 2 modes and a boost mode, but this one, your 3 modes are certain they're silicon diodes, germanium diodes, and then none of them.
Transistor diode. Sorry, drive. So I assume that's no diodes?
Yeah, no diodes, which is the boost mode, isn't it? This is a Behringer Super Fuzz. It's a Behringer Super Fuzz in a fancy enclosure. I mean, it looks nicer, and it's not made out of plastic, but it's got one of those little mechanical toggle switches to do the mode switching, which you can't wedge between 2 modes. Whereas what I hear is magical about the Super Fuzz is if you wedge it between mode 1 and 2, you get mode 1.5, which kind of engages both at the same time. and it's a magical sound.
Is that like silicon, like diodes? Then you get like germanium and silicon.
Yeah. Silicon. I will say, if you are kind of wedging a Behringer switch between two modes,
your pedal's not lasting very long.
Yeah, you are. You're playing a risky game. You're playing a risky game.
Just send it to somebody and get them to like put a cheap copper wire in there that'll do the same thing, because that will last longer than you wedging. Like, what are they doing? Is it like the 60s or 50s when they used to like wedge picks in your pickup selector in a Fender so that you could have the in between sounds?
Yeah, like the tape them as well, wouldn't they? They find the mode and then like tape it down so that you get that kind of out of phase middle and neck or middle and bridge quacky tone.
Yeah.
And then they just made it as a feature. They found switches that would do that.
Yeah, maybe that's what Behringer can do for this.
I mean,
plastic pedal that they don't make anymore.
Where you can like you add it to a toggle switch, like you add a further toggle switch and it will just engage like that special mode. These Fuzzmaster Generals don't do that by the looks of it. Listen, they're going to be good. They're going to be good because like it's Earthquaker. They make pretty good stuff. Like, it's going to be solid quality. They're probably going to be a kind of a tighter circuit than the Superfuzz. The Superfuzz is it's fun, but it's not what you'd call refined. It's very kind of loosey-goosey. And these people will probably have made it a little bit better.
Yeah, fair.
But yeah, it is. Look, Octave Fuzz it almost kind of Big Muffy, but with Octave on top of it as well. Yeah, Mode 3 is open pure transistor drive. It doesn't run. It's not really drive.
Well, I mean, it's drive in the terms of it makes your signal way louder, because this reminds me of that thing that I nearly blew my ears out. Was it Thorpe that had just done one where there was a germanium, a silicon, and a no, and I nearly blew my ears out at the Birmingham a couple of years ago because I didn't realise that the no diode mode would be significantly louder, and just was playing, kept the chord strummed, and just flicked onto the next setting, and it was painful.
When this does say caution, Mode 3 is very loud.
Yeah.
So, yeah. I mean, from the way that they're describing it, it sounds like it's slightly more octavey than the Superfuzz. Because the Superfuzz is very, like, it does have kind of like octavey overtones, but it's very subtle. Whereas this makes it sound like they are fully leaning into it. And even on Mode 3, you're getting octave tones as well. Cool. There you go. So it's probably not just a Behringer Superfuzz. We're being a bit flippant again.
No.
Oh dear. But yeah, it looks cool, and it's got the kind of medieval fonts on it as well, isn't it? Like that kind of ye olde Englandy fonts, which really sets it off. I do like that. And I think that is we're probably at time, aren't we?
Oh, I haven't got my thingy open.
Yeah, I think we're at time. So we will wrap it for this week. I'm going to extend a thank you to you lot, you lovely listeners, you. Yeah, you've made it to the end. High five. Don't look, keep your hands on the wheel you're driving. I'm going to extend a thank you to affordable.co.uk for being our sponsor and just facilitating these shenanigans. every week. Thank you so much. And we're going to extend a final thank you to our Patreon backers who, for as little as $2 a month, you can be part of that exclusive crew. And you get additional stuff as well. We do Patreon stuff as well. We've got like additional podcastiness over on the Patreon. You also get your name read out on every podcast as well. And the people who do Patreon us are as follows. We've got Mr. Adam Yeomans from Chef Tone Effects. We've got Mr. Hugh G. Rection. We've got Mr. Mike Oxlong. Mr. Gary Goldencock. We've got Mr. Ben Fletcher of Fletcher Pickups. We've got Mr. Brian Gower of the Tone Jerks podcast, the Second Button podcast, and the Off the Rails podcast. We've got Mr. Diabetes Foot. We've got Mr. Jason Morton of Jason Morton 82 and of at PBOD. And we have got Mr. Gareth Brand. Yeah. If you want to catch me online, I am Mr. BudgetPedalChap. You find me on Instagram, Facebook, YouTube, Threads, and that blog website, which is blogspot. Is it like budgetpedalchap.blogspot.com? I think it is the way it goes. There's some like some articles up. Check it out. In fact, actually, I did a little bit more of an in-depth on the vibes as well. Like I went into a little bit more detail on that one. So if you want like the lore, like the backstory of the vibes, go for it. Right, check it out over there. Matt, where can we find you online?
I am at heel_MattQ on Instagram and Threads, or just in the Facebook group.
Yeah. So that'll be us for this week. So from myself, Mr. BudgetPedalChap, from Mr. Matt Quine. Say bye, Matt.
Bye, Matt.
It will be a tatty bye and good night for this week. It's all right, but
bye.
Bye. Did you hear that the inventor of Strepsils died recently?
No.
There was no coffin at his funeral.
Way.